In today's news updates, Ex-DeepMind Group tackles self-improving science AI. Startup cleans apartments in exchange for AI data. AI doubles dev output, but not for everyone. The news in full. Ex-DeepMind Group tackles self-improving science AI. Several ex-Google DeepMind employees came out of stealth with $50 million for Inherent Labs, a London startup building an AI science platform that puts scientists alongside self-improving AI to work out which problems are worth pursuing. The details. Co-founders Tantum Collins, Edward Hughes, and Louis Kirsch came from DeepMind, while Kaloyan Alexiev previously worked at Reka AI and Microsoft. The Faraday platform will pair researchers with self-improving agents built to spot higher-value scientific questions instead of only answering prompts. The lab says it will test recursive self-improvement across the research org, including everything from agent training to resource allocation and decisions. Inherent is also exploring what AI taste looks like in science as the research process shifts and how humans and machines can best work together. Self-improving AI is a quest many of the top AI labs and newly funded startups are trying to tackle, and Inherent adds another group with strong pedigrees to the list. Inherent is applying the recursive logic to science itself, making the entire lab and organization the loop instead of just the model training. Startup cleans apartments in exchange for AI data. German startup MicroAGI's Shift app just opened a free home cleaning service in New York City that records its cleaners through head-mounted cameras, trading chores for first-person data to both sell to AI labs and use in its own AI research. The details. A vetted cleaner shows up wearing a camera that co-founder Berkan Kilic calls a magic hat, filming the roughly 2-hour job point-of-view style. Despite covering the cost of the cleaning, the human footage is worth more to robot makers for training, letting Shift cover the bill and still profit. Shift's site claims to already pay people across the world $20 an hour to film everyday chores, with $5 million plus paid out in Q1 across a variety of tasks. GM Harry Kilberg said the launch drew thousands and thousands of bookings, with New York first and London, Munich, and Zurich next. As we've seen with DoorDash paying couriers to capture task data, the next AI dataset is coming from ordinary human work instead of the internet. Shift pushes that model deeper into the home, where people are both the customers getting free service and the workforce teaching robots how to replace pieces of the job. AI doubles dev output, but not for everyone. Cursor released its Developer Habits Report based on its own product and engineering data, showing dev output has more than doubled, but the gains are concentrated, with a small group of power users pulling far ahead of everyone else. The details. Lines of code added by each dev per week have gone from 3.6K to 8.6K in 18 months, with mega PRs with 1,000 plus lines changed becoming more common. Agents are doing more end-to-end work, with tool calls up 30% in 2 months, and 5 times more AI-made changes reaching commits without manual review. Cost per agent request varies 9 times across models, meaning the cost of one workflow can vary a lot with underlying AI. However, the gains remain concentrated, with the top 1% of devs producing 46 times more code than the median active user, and the gap widening every month. AI doing deeper work and contributing more code falls in line with growing capabilities, but the usage gaps are worth noting. Not everyone is capturing the full productivity gains, and with the cost per agent request varying heavily across models, many teams may not be using the most cost-efficient AI for their tasks. Thanks, and stay tuned.